So today we're going to be talking about how much money do you have to put down to purchase a home. So there's a lot of misleading information out there for the consumers that really doesn't help them understand exactly what you have to put down. A lot of people think that you have to put down 20%, and that's just not the case. So there's a lot of different loan types out there, and it depends on which one you qualify for. There's a lot that goes into play. What I can tell you is that there are loans with 0% down, like a VA loan is 0% down. And then there is a conventional loan, which is 3% down. And then there's an FHA loan, which is 3.5% down payment. So definitely not the 20% or 10% that a lot of people think. There is a lot of other programs out there. But this is very important to understand that no one can answer this question until we know more information. We need to know, what price point are you at? To give you an example, if you're buying a $500,000 house, an FHA loan only goes up to just over $294,000. So that 3.5% down option wouldn't be available because your price point is too high. Also, on a conventional loan, that only goes to just over $453,000. So if your price point is higher, you're going to have to put down more money also. Also, your credit. Depending on how high your credit score is, but also your trade line history, which is how long you've had accounts for and what type of accounts you've had, is also going to go into this factor for down payment and with the credit score. And then debt to income ratio. So, just because you have stellar credit and you're technically qualified, like on an FHA loan, to only put down 3.5%, if you want to be able to buy a more expensive home, but if you have car payments and credit card payments and different things, then that's going to bring your debt to income ratio up too high. And then that's where you're going to have to put down more money to offset the other debts that you have going in the background. So what I'm trying to say is it is complicated. It is not easy for us just to come out and say this is how much money you have to put down. But what I did want to enlighten you with today is you do not have to always put down 10 or 20%. If you're a VA, if you have been in the military and you're VA eligible, then you can definitely put down as much as zero, as little as zero. FHA loans, 3.5%. Conventional loans typically are 5% down, but right now for the last year or so, they've had a 3% down. A little bit harder to qualify for those, so only certain buyers are going to qualify. So that kind of gives you a basis. Another thing to know is where you're going to get your biggest savings is when you do put down 20% on a conventional loan, because that is going to do away with the mortgage insurance that is required. Also, the amount that you put down will change your interest rate. So there's a lot of things that are happening, and that is why one of the first steps that we do when a buyer comes to us is we get you referred to a lender so that you can work through all that. Okay, so if you have any other questions, please reach out. Love to help you get those answered.